Welcome to Diversity Conversations, where we engage in thought-provoking dialogue to identify leadership solutions to today's most challenging conflicts. Stream live each week, Saturday 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Hosted by Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Strategist and CEOs Eric Ellis and Tommie Lewis. Join us and add your voice to this engaging diversity conversation.
Good morning, Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, the United States, and the world. My name is Eric Ellis. I'm the president and CEO of Integrity Development Corporation, and I'm joined this morning by my good friend and my brother,
Tommie Lewis, president and CEO of Make It Plain Consulting. Good morning, Eric.
What's up, T? What up? What up, man? How you doing?
Beautiful day again. Beautiful day.
Yeah, absolutely,
I'm excited, man. Just excited to be alive, Eric.
I like that. I feel the same way, Tommie. I tell people right now, we're going to remind you all here right out the gates that it is the Wild Wild West right now. That's what it is in the country, Wild Wild West. So you just got to get out your 6-shooter and start shooting, and if it's going to be the Wild Wild West, well, I feel like, okay, I know how to do that. And so don't believe that the bad things that are happening in your life, that somehow you're special. Craziness is happening with everybody. So just take your turn in the barrel and get your faith up and know that this is a moment of creativity. I tell you what, I'm going to say something just right out the gates, Tommie, about it's going to be about politics, but not. I keep telling people that you actually don't fully know how Donald Trump is going to respond. I enjoy watching him and newly elected Mayor Mamdani have a good conversation, Tommie. I was really pleased to see that for whatever political reasons, it doesn't matter. I don't need to get into all of that. I enjoy those two men that have been railing against each other be in the White House, and Trump say that I would have no problem working under his leadership. I think he's going to do a good job. I think he's going to surprise some conservatives. Wow, man. Even though I know that Trump needs to bring the temperature down, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to take it on the surface that for me, that was a good thing because it begins to model something differently to the country, Tommie, even if it's for them.
I don't trust any of it.
Right. Right.
I don't
either.
I don't trust a single thing out of any of their mouths.
Right. Out of any politician's mouth.
No.
Right.
Zero.
I agree.
I don't trust. So you can say we're going to work together or not.
Yeah, that was today.
I don't trust it so much. I don't care what you say either way.
Right.
So I just keep the TV off.
Oh, man, Tommie, I agree with that, man. I agree with that. But I told you, I got to listen to the things that my people are consuming. And so at least Friday was a decent day for civility.
Why?
It was a decent day for civility because as you continue to perpetuate wild-eyed division, people go out and act on that stuff every single day. And so Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned now. I mean, she's not resigned, but she's not running for office because I know she's resigning in January. Yeah. She was his girl, but what he said about her has brought death threats to her. And so she's leaving because of that. And so words matter. And you and I are playing the long game. And so your part of the long game is just turn it off. And my part is tune in periodically and so that you can keep score. And I'll tell you what, here's the other thing that it did for me, Tommie. My faith is the biggest thing about me. And I saw a model for what I think I could do with Trump. That's when I saw Mamdani and I saw the civility in Trump, I said, that's the gift, that's the vision that I've had.
Yeah.
I've had a vision that I would meet with Trump and I would hug him like that black woman hugged the queen over in England, all inappropriate. First thing I would do is hug him real tight. Hey, Trump. I would squeeze him real tight. Get that devil out of me. I'll get the devil right out of me. I promise you, I feel real confident about this. And the next thing I would do is I would look through him. Because I can see people.
Indeed, Eric.
And he'd have a hard time maintaining eye contact with me because he would know, I see you.
Yeah.
I can see you. Trump, I see the little man in there. Little tiny man in there.
It's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would see the little tiny man inside of it. I said, hug that little guy too. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid, you know. And I promise you, because my faith is so strong, I believe that God can even redeem President Trump. And I extend my faith toward that. And many people, I know that's unrealistic. People might say that's foolishness, man. What else do I have to do about it? Sit around talking about hugging Trump. I'm just not going to be, he won't be my boogeyman. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, don't let these politicians be your boogeyman because it's not hurting them. Your hatred toward them ain't hurting them. So I just decided to fill myself, my tank, up with love.
Yes, indeed.
I fill up my tank with love, and then I go trying to, and I don't have a weak tank. This is a powerful one.
Indeed, indeed.
So much for that.
Yeah, Eric, and speaking of love, I had the opportunity this past week to visit one of our client partners in Dolores, Colorado.
Okay.
And so for the last 5 or 6 years, we have been working with Durango, Colorado. Mm-hmm. Fantastic community, fantastic leadership within that community. And about 45 to 50 miles north of Durango is Dolores.
Okay.
And you all can look it up. A very small town. I think it's less than 10,000 people in the entire city.
Okay.
So working with the school district, and this past week, went out to give a talk to 3 different school groups. It's the same school system, but it was the elementary school, 3rd graders to 5th graders, then the middle school, 6th graders up to 8th graders, and the high school, 9th to 12th graders. And at the elementary school level, 1 hour assembly, we focused on my helping hand. And so we basically put up 2 hands, and one hand is where, when you take a look at your life, who has helped you?
Okay.
Right? A parent, a family member, community member, a teacher, administrator, who has helped you?
Right.
And to identify those people and call them out that they've helped you in any place, any way in your life.
That's good.
The other hand is, who have you helped?
Ah, okay. I like that, Tom.
Or who will you help?
Right.
So it's my helping hand. I will help my teacher.
Right.
I will help my colleague, my peer.
Right. Right.
And we talked about helping in the name of love, because there has been, over the last several years, a spike in student suicide.
Right.
So we wanted to address that, not with shock,
right,
but say help people, and it's okay to raise your hand when you need help.
That's good, Tommy. I love that.
So we did that, and we kind of parlayed that into the middle school, just age appropriate.
Right. And
then we went into the high school, make sure it was age appropriate.
Yeah.
Embedded some videos, so they weren't just hearing my voice. It's highly interactive.
Right.
Had a lot of fun.
Oh, you're great at that too.
And so much so, I'll close the story with this. At the high school level, there's I was engaging the young people, Eric.
Right.
And
did you use the Darth Vader voice on them?
I don't know if I did.
You got that deep, dark voice, boy. You sound famous.
So I was feeling myself, and I was engaging folks.
Right, right.
And they said, yeah, I had shared with them that I played sports and all that good stuff. And one of the students, I don't know, junior or senior, you still play? Well, not the sports I used to play. Right, so I don't play basketball anymore. I definitely don't play football anymore. Right. But I was pretty fast. I ran track and all that good stuff. And one young lady said, "Were you fast?" So yeah, I was fast. I was actually quicker than fast.
Right.
2 different things.
That's right.
Right. But I was fast. And are you still fast? Yeah, I'm still fast.
Okay.
I was outside of myself, Eric.
Right, right.
The next thing I know, I had waved her up. She jumped up quick, ran down the little aisle. Right. We were in the gym.
Right.
We ran to the baseline on the basketball court. Right. And everybody's leaning up.
Yeah.
Students,
Right.
9th grade to 12th grade. So everybody
Right.
leaning, the administrator, teachers, everybody leaning up. And just me and this young lady, I think she was a sophomore, maybe, no, I think she was a junior, maybe a senior. She was like, no one else can hear. But she said, how do we start? How would you like to start? So no one else can hear that, Eric, except for this teacher who's sitting on the last rung of the bench.
Right.
This woman. And she had a whistle. She pulled a whistle out of thin air. And she said, I'll blow my whistle to start. And when she said it, Eric, I'm like, what is going on?
I'm trying to do this.
This student just said, how will we start? And this woman said, I have a whistle.
Right.
So I said, okay, blow the whistle. And everybody can hear me say that. And all right, ready? She blew the whistle, took off. Now I'm quick. I start.
Okay.
Bang. I'm ahead of this little girl.
Right.
And I'm dipping. I hear her, and I'm looking back. She's like 3 steps behind.
Right.
Because I'm quick out the gates.
Right.
I look back, I look forward. We're getting close to mid-court.
Right.
And I blow a tire. Hamstring goes out.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh my goodness. I
don't fall down, but I'm up. And I'm running fast enough that it looks like I just slowed down.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Right.
I've blown the leg.
Oh man, yeah, that's all I'm thinking.
And so now I look back and young lady's catching up.
Yeah.
Her hair is blowing in the wind.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
picking up speed.
Yeah.
And I'm slow down and we crash into the
mats
support, the mats at the end.
Yeah.
Bye. And everybody, she won.
Right.
And I'm walking back to the microphone slowly. She's going up into the stands, back to her seat. I'm walking back to the microphone, and I see the IT guy. His name is Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Right.
And his partner, I'm forgetting his name. My apologies. But his partner, he looks at me, Eric, and he looked at me like, "Oh, you pulled a hamstring."
Right.
He did not say it, but he looked.
Right.
Oh,
I see. You okay?
You okay?
Right.
You good?
Right.
And I hit him with the "I'm not okay" grin.
Get the stretch after this thing. I can't believe you did it, Tommy. I can't believe you did it.
I was outside of myself.
Right. And you had a lead.
And oh yeah, that was that. I didn't think I was going to blow the tire, my leg, but I share that story, Eric, for 2 reasons. One, we have been talking about love, and I had introduced my own philosophy that I am sick and tired of hate, and I'm all about love, and so I was emotionally hijacked with the emotion of love.
Absolutely, man.
And the love of being a former athlete, the love of the young people I was talking to.
Having a little competitor here.
The love of the people. And so that drove me to doing something that I, should have prepared for. But I'll tell you right now that I would do it again. I may not run as hard, or all out, but I would respectfully accept the challenge from that young person. They won, and the entire group of young people. Oh, they'll talk about that for a month later. Saw me differently.
They'll talk about that maybe for the rest of their high school lives.
Yep.
I've never seen it.
Yep.
Older speaker come in and really line up, and be racing and fast.
What? I had my Cole Haans shoes on. I got my nice slacks on, right? Got my dress shirt on.
You didn't take the Cole Haans off?
Oh no! Let's go. Let's go.
Goodness.
And so, look,
man, I admire that. I just think that's a showstopper right there. And everything you said after that, they listened to.
They listen to. In fact, and we'll move on with our show today. And part of my love and your love and gratitude is that I'm the only one in the entire building that looks like me.
Right. Oh,
Respectfully.
right.
Right. The only one.
Right. Right.
But I don't care because I'm full of love.
Right.
Love is not a word. It is a spirit and behavior.
Right. I love that, Tommy.
After that piece, there were so many of those young people that came up and wanted to take a photo with me,
Yeah.
that wanted to hug me.
Yeah.
The young lady and her
Yeah.
friends came up and
Yeah.
high fives, you know, right?
Right.
Because I wasn't
Right.
going to hug them in anything like that.
Yeah.
High five,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
And if young people, if you have any negative stereotype around people who look like me, I hope that I was able to show you that we are more than that. And you are more than what people think of you.
That's right.
That you are more than a small town person,
Right.
or a person from a quote unquote boring city, or young and dumb. You're more than that.
Right.
I value you and I'm with you. You saw that. And I think they saw it as well.
Tommy, that is a fantastic story. It is memorable. It shows how deep your interest is in young people in their learning, and in downloading a set of values to them. Because when you get their attention in the way that you did, what you did was you brought yourself down from keynote speaker, guest from the outside, business CEO, down to somebody who would just race them. Yeah. And put yourself in their shoes. And I think that it's a powerful model, a powerful visual, man. And just I know those young people were blessed as a result of that. I can hear it, just as you recall.
Real quick, Eric, one of the reasons, and we'll get into this, and I want to share this with you and myself as confirmation and affirmation, as well as our community, that I've always said in our trainings, be it with young people or young adults or seasoned veteran adults, particularly with seasoned veteran adults, executives, leaders, etc. I've always said that we are more than our jobs.
Absolutely.
When we're doing our training, our consulting, our strategy, planning, and all that good stuff, folks have their hat of title on.
Yeah.
My job.
That's right.
The mask of role and responsibility.
Right.
But I know, and I speak it, you're more than your job.
Right.
Do you have a family?
Right.
Do you have hobbies?
Right.
Do you like to sleep? Do you take baths? Do you go to movies? I am one that does all of those things.
Right.
And so any given day, I'm watching something on TV, I watch sports. I just feel some type of negative way when I look at people and they're haughty, right?
Yeah.
And like all I am is my
things.
My things are title. So when I bring myself down, even with adults, it's who are you besides your title?
Right.
Who are you, or who were you before your job here? And who are you, or who will you be after?
Right.
So if you're going to retire, who will you be then?
Right.
All of those things, like you said, levels it down. Now we're in the same race. We're in the same race.
And people appreciate that.
Yeah. So I don't talk about certain people, we talk about Trump or whatever and all the folks. Everybody will have to live with themselves. And they do. So good luck with that.
Right. Because I feel good about mine.
I feel good about mine.
Right.
I am so much in gratitude.
Right.
And I want to remind our community again to like and subscribe. It's very important to us, all right, as we start our shows every Saturday morning, to like and subscribe. Community, keep joining us. We like your comments and all that good stuff, but turn it over to you, Eric, again, as we kick off our topic for today.
Right. And so our topic for today is sort of empowering, bring up our slides there, the power to embrace gratitude, the power of embracing gratitude. And I want to start with a little story here this week, Tommie, and I want to share this with you that at Integrity, we've been in design mode for the last 4 or 5 years. And so we've designed our core framework, culture, ownership, respect, and engagement. And with that, we have our inclusion survey. We have the 5 essential skills that we train on. We coach around those skills. We've developed a leadership plan that we call CARS, which focuses on commitments, action steps, results, and stories. But now we have a 360 that we've developed around those same 5 competencies, where we are having leaders be rated by their direct reports, their peers, their supervisors. They are rating them, assessing them around those 5 key competencies and how consistent they are at delivering those. And then we've identified 4 additional sort of behaviors that demonstrate overall leadership effectiveness. And so this week, Tommie, we've got a pilot that we've been working with one of our clients. And this week I had a chance to give some of that feedback. And so for the first year, what I've decided is that since a lot of times people aren't good at receiving feedback, I heard somebody at my client company tell somebody else, don't ever do a 360. When I did one a few years ago, it was like somebody was just kicking me in my private area. That's how he described a 360. And so I had, for this first year, I had people select their own raters. And some people thought that that was too easy. I said, no, if I pick Tommie Lewis and Judy and, Wendell, even though they all love me, they could still give me helpful feedback around strengths that I have and development opportunities. So it was really, really good to see. I'll tell you, I had one guy, he said, look, because sometimes when you go up higher in the organization, you no longer get evaluations. So you're not getting feedback from anybody.
Right.
So he said, I couldn't sleep anticipating this day. And with each of them, I was able to deliver to them mostly very, very positive feedback, Tommie. And there were some constructive things in there as well. But to see people's faces when they were receiving something positive, and their employees were saying, I can see the changes that they've made after, in the last 2 years because of the training that we've been all going through. So, man, I just felt so thankful that I was able to deliver something that allowed people to see the gratitude that others have for them. And so we'll talk about that more. But that's our topic today. Bring that back up, Lydia. And we are saying to you on this Thanksgiving week that Tommie and I have decided that we want to share with you the power of embracing gratitude, because we think that as you think more, embrace more gratitude, that it's going to improve the quality of your life, your joy, and your happiness. Let's go to the first slide. And so the first point, Tommie, is that be grateful for life, health, and strength. Having breath in your lungs and the ability to think, move, love, and create puts you in a blessed place. That's how I feel right now. I went to the doctor this last week. The doctor said all my numbers are coming down. I'm in great shape. My blood pressure is excellent. And I'm riding my bike at work. I took my bike and just put it right there in the hallway. You saw it earlier today. And I'm just grateful for life, health, and strength. And sometimes, Tommie, and I consider this a gift, that God allows me each day to not think about anything that's happening in the world, not think about my business, not think about finances or anything. God allows me just to feel this overwhelming, tingling feeling of joy that I'm alive, that I'm alive, that I'm healthy, that I have a family, and that I have an opportunity for great things to happen today. And one has already happened. I woke up.
Indeed.
And I feel good.
Indeed. And that's what I was saying about being alive, right? I feel great about being alive. I'm curious about our community. Ken Wilson's joining us.
I love Ken,
right?
Man.
This guy.
I miss you, man.
Yeah, indeed. And so for Ken and others, share with us in the chat, and we'll post them, and also share for those who are listening on your favorite platform that how do you get peace or really gratitude?
Right.
Again, some of the gratitude that I receive is just, going into myself in my own private conversation with God, with the Almighty, to just say thank you for the trials, tribulations, victories, and successes, right? I don't know what's next, but I know that He has me.
Right.
And so when I wake up in the morning, Eric, full transparency, I'm a sensitive person. I mean, I utilize my senses, right, to inform my mental and my body.
Right.
Being a sensitive person does not mean weak or just experience something, go to cry. It means utilizing one's senses, being sensitive. And so over the last several days, when I wake up and my beloved wife wakes up, in my energy, she has been positive, right? I guess she feels good. And so it literally makes me feel good that she feels good.
That's right.
It does not make me feel good when she's either unhappy with me or unhappy with something I've said or done or not have done.
Right.
It could be anything.
Right.
I can just be there.
You love it when she's happy.
I love it when she's happy. And so that's with other people as well. I go to work.
Right.
And this past week, a few people at work, particularly our chief operating officer, had surprisingly to me shared with me in our weekly touch point meeting that she shared her gratitude for me and the work. And I was not expecting that. I was kind of laser focused on the agenda for the meeting, and she finished the meeting with that. And I actually did not know how to receive it completely. I said thank you, but I was like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, one of these managers was that way too, man. He's vice president. He started turning red because positive things were being said.
Yep.
He was like, well, I'm looking for the critical stuff, the ways that I can improve.
Yep.
I said, well, just
receive. Just sit there. Just sit there.
I said, let me read that line again. Yeah. And I reread a line. Yeah. I said, how does that make you feel?
And I would also say, Eric, and this is from other cultures too, not necessarily American culture at all. Silence speaks volumes as well.
Absolutely.
So sometimes when we receive gratitude or we give gratitude, just let it be.
Yeah.
Don't fill it with doubling down, tripling down. Right. Don't fill it with justification of why you do things and you receive the gratitude, or that you can do things better. Not necessarily to receive more gratitude, but I just do things more or better. Just receive it. Be silent, because there is blessing in the peace of being. Right. So again, thank you, community, for jumping in.
Lydia, bring those slides back up. So the first one is life, health, and strength. So let's go to the next one. The next one is, Tommie, relationships that support and stretches.
Yeah. So, again, family members, friends, mentors, colleagues, and others stretch us. Off air, Eric, we were sharing a conversation. You were sharing a conversation with me. A particular person was speaking to you about you possibly, or the request of you to be their mentor.
Right.
And as you were sharing your conversation with this individual, I jumped in maybe abruptly to say, I would have had them define what it means.
Right.
And I'm reflecting on what I was talking with you about when we were talking, and I didn't remember this slide that we were going to bring up. So talking to family, define it. I have a situation in my own family, or, kind of in-laws, where one person said, well, we're family. And I asked, what does that mean?
I love that. I love that.
The person took offense to that because they thought that simply saying and throwing the net of, well, we're family.
Yeah.
that was going to be okay. That in my own nuclear family, we've had to define what family is because family has come and gone. Right. That in my own family, I see them when we are at a funeral. Right. So that could be once every few years. Right. And at the funeral, folks say, hey, we need to get together more than just at the funeral. Right. Yeah, that's what family does. Right. We get together more than when there's a funeral or some celebration. Right. That's what friends do. Right. That's what family mentors. So define it. Right. Define it. And I would suggest as we bring the slides back up here that when we think of
I love that. Watch out
family,
now.
friends, mentors, and colleagues, right, and even those who challenge us, all of this shape who we are becoming. Right. Not just us, Eric. Right. But it also shapes the other person. Right. So if we have them define what mentoring is, it will shape them.
That's exactly right. That's a good word. And the thing is, and so this week I've had a number of challenging sort of relationship kinds of conversations where I got support and got stretched. And one of the things I had to do this week, Tommie, was a decision that cost a lot of money. And but it didn't matter to me. And the thing is, and then another person said to me, now I know who you really are. Because it's easy to say things and to come with platitudes, but when you have to literally stand on your values in ways that are real-time evidence, and if you do it with joy and even gratefulness to be able to take a loss, that speaks volumes to others, but it also convinces me of the strength of my values. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that God allows me to see the real things in life, Tommie, because you can miss that. Yeah. You could literally miss it. And when you get this, relationships that support us, that stretch us, it's something to behold. And I'm grateful at the things that have happened even in this last week around relationships that has given me a great deal of support and has also stretched me.
Yeah, we'll pull the slide down just for a second so that we can share one of the questions that's come through the community. And the question is, two questions. One is, what are you grateful for? Right? What are you grateful for? So, Eric, if you can speak to that, that would be helpful to share your insights of what you're grateful for, to maybe trigger thinking in other folks to ask themselves that same question.
Right. So I'm grateful for the relationships around me. So at the top of the list of things that I'm grateful for is my relationship with God. I'm so glad that I established a relationship with God over 30 years ago that is real. When we speak about God, I hope people don't think that somehow Tommie and I are trying to show we're perfect. I'm a mess at times. And so my gratefulness is that God continues to hold on to me in spite of my humanity. With my family, just looking at my nuclear family, my wife and my 4 children, I am so grateful for God giving me authentic, loving relationships with people that I would literally die for. And I'm grateful for that. Tommie, I'm grateful for our friendship because, my grandmother told me when I was growing up, she said, Eric, if you have more than 1 or 2 good friends in your entire life, consider yourself fortunate. And so I do consider myself fortunate. I'm grateful that in the midst of all the confusion that's happening in the world, God keeps giving me ideas that I can act on that make the world a better place. And it shows me that if it's the Wild Wild West, then I like the hand that I have because it will enable me to both push forward values in the world and also sustain myself and others.
So we're going to stay with the same question, or we'll go to a different question, the next question. What relationship is challenging you to help shape who you are becoming.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take a stab at that?
Yeah. And so there are a number of relationships. Well, I'm sorry about this, people, but Trump, he's not a relationship, but it is a relationship because we're all being, whether we like it or not, he just comes into our rooms, into our homes, into our ears. And that has been a wonderful challenge for who I'm becoming, because God has transformed my heart in the midst of this and caused me to embrace some things, Tommie, around love that I was unwilling to embrace. Because like I told you, God said to me, Eric, you got to love the president and pray for him. And I crossed my fingers, put it behind my back and said, okay, God. But he's become symbolic of people that may be the antithesis of what you are, who you are, and what you value.
Yeah, so my challenge to that, Eric, is, although I understand what you're saying, are you saying that you're is shaping or maybe even increasing the love in you for him or for people like him?
Both. I would say both. And what happens is it forces me to align myself closer to what I believe the word of God and God is calling me to be. And so it's easy to say, I love people. The Bible says that you can't just love those who are friendly and kind to you, but you have to love your enemies. And so I have said that, I have heard that, but in this situation now I get a chance to demonstrate that. And so as I try to get closer to what the word of God is calling me to be, you need some situations that compel you to move beyond the rhetoric of that and to really embrace that in a real-time way and help others to see that. And that's what it's done for me, something that's quite different than what I had anticipated.
Can you have a relationship with someone that you've never met, they've never met you, you don't know them, and they don't know you?
It all depends. Remember when Clinton said it depends on what the definition of is. Mm. So I think it depends on how we define relationship. Relationship in terms of us personally, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
But I think we have a relationship with things, with inanimate objects, our positioning around things, the things that we listen to, the things that we consume, the environments that we're in. All of those establish some positional relationships that I think have a chance to influence.
So I think that the shorter answer for me is no, that we can't have relationships with people who we have never met, they have never met us, we don't know them, they don't know us. Mm-hmm. However, as I was listening to you, we could have relationships with principalities. And so that is that if we are one that has a relationship with maybe God or some other deity or some other place, situation, etc., and there's a value, a relationship with a value. So relationship with love. I love humanity, and this is my relationship with humanity, otherwise humans. And so my relationship with fellow humans is in general. Mm-hmm. Now there's different levels of relationship. There's some humans that I may love better because they are in alignment with my core values or principles. Mm-hmm. And then some I may love less. And so if there are humans that either hate me, and they don't know me, mm-hmm. or people like me, mm-hmm. communities like me, they don't know, that's out of bias, out of assumptions, out of mm-hmm. stereotypes, all that good stuff. Can I still love them? I think, yes, I could not necessarily love them, but love the humanity in them, the probability of exercise the love. Mm-hmm. And so what relationship is challenging might be that relationship with humanity,
Mm-hmm.
the good, the bad, and the ugly. And where I find myself getting or becoming more developed or becoming who I want to be is that if I say that I am loving, is it easier for me to love those who love me back?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it developing me to love people who may not love me?
Mm. So I'll take you a bit further. And so if we look at love and hate, that's what we are seeing right now all over the country. There are people that will tell you that they love Dr. Martin Luther King, never met him, but they loved him. There are people that will tell you that they hate somebody who they've never met. We're living at a time right now where people are literally falling in love with AI, bots and things like that. I mean, that's where we're headed. And so it's a whole new level of people's expressions of emotions, connections that are happening with people and things that they've never met.
Yeah.
Let's pull up our next slide. And so commercial time, Tommie, take it away.
Again, we want to say thank you for your continued support of Diversity Conversations. Our goal is to elevate global reach and influence in a positive way.
Absolutely.
There are a number of podcasts, conversations, etc., out there in the atmosphere, in the ether, that is promoting negativity. It is continuing to recycle negativity.
Yes.
I want to say no.
Right.
Let's be positive.
Right.
Sure,
right.
we can have civil conversation about anything.
Right.
About different topics, different people, different backgrounds, different experiences.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we need your help, community. We need your help to go to the QR code and invest some financial resources to keep us on the air.
Right.
Over the last 7 years, Eric and I have self-funded this conversation.
Right.
We always say that without this platform, we will still have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And diversity conversations is not a bad word or words.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. It's simply having different conversations about everything. So we want to ask you once again, if you find it in your heart, in your comfort zone, to contribute to the cause. And then I want to give a shout out. We had our first commercial last week, and someone stepped up.
Okay.
Al Riddick, President and CEO of Game Time Budgeting.
Okay.
You can search Game Time Budgeting and find that there is a very unique talent that Al Riddick has. You'll see some books, you'll see some webinars, you'll see all this good stuff. But one thing he says, amongst many things that he says that's fantastic, is that money will do what you tell it to do.
Yes, he does say that. I've heard him teach on that.
Right.
Exactly.
You have to tell money
give it an
how
assignment.
to behave. You have to give it an assignment.
Right.
Right. And when you give it an assignment, it will reap what it sowed.
Right.
And so I want to double down on that mindset, that philosophy, that when you give your financial resources an assignment, and part of that assignment is to help continue the diversity conversation, that it will allow us to elevate global reach and influence. We want to thank you for your contributions. We do appreciate your support.
Right. And to further go down that path, so the reason why there is so much negativity in the media is because negativity sells. It keeps people's attention. People follow it a lot. That's why Tommie's not dialing it. He said, I'm not giving one extra bite to it. It's not going to get my support. So it continues to thrive. And so if we want things that are positive, encouraging to be out there, then we have to invest in those things. And I would say some people in our community could contribute $10,000 or $20,000 by themselves. Other people, it'd be $5 or $3. You know, for us, it doesn't really matter. Anybody that extends themselves toward investing in diversity conversations, Tommie Lewis and Eric Ellis are going to just shout and then just say, God bless them. But the thing is, I believe that I was talking to a friend, Tommy. He said, I love that you guys are doing subscriptions now. He said, but one of the things I would recommend to you and Tommy is to do like a $2.99 sort of monthly kind of thing where people are really just subscribing and supporting you all at that level. He said, if you had 50,000 people that were doing that, what would that be? And so we're going to look to continue that kind of thing as well. But right now, we are looking to create an opportunity for you to join us. We've always been trying to do that. That's why we got the chat over here. We're going to get our phone lines by the beginning of the next year. We're going to make sure that that's working because we want you to join in to something positive. Right now, Tommie Lewis and I discovered this last year that we were ranked, that they rank inclusion podcasts globally, and we were ranked third. We want to be number one. But more than that, we want the message that we're trying to deliver to be one that goes across the world because we believe that we are content creators. We're trying to get more of you to establish your own podcast, and all those things are more possible when you partner with us financially.
So thank you. As we continue through our conversation, every now and again, we'll just invite you all. This is nothing new to many of you. In your respective communities, you have other nonprofit organizations and other places that you can contribute your time and resources. I know I do it often. Right. And where my passion point is, I give. I give. I invest. I invest in our young people, our older people, certain communities, and Eric does the same. We had guest speakers here with
I was watching the show and Tommy was doing, and I made a contribution based on the show.
And that's what we do. We're asking the same. Let's keep going.
Next slide. So now we're back to our next point is that as you look to sort of the power of embracing gratitude, we're asking you to see gratitude and growth opportunities. Every challenge, every setback, every piece of feedback is a chance to grow wiser, stronger, and more centered. And so I love growth opportunities. And Tommy and I get that from each other. Just this morning, he said, did you ask the question? And I said, no, I didn't. And then he made the case for why asking a person. And that's something that I think an introvert would do more naturally than extroverts. Because you're thinking, hold on, let me not do your job. Let me ask. Now you got to follow that up with something, you know. So, Tommy, what does it mean for you to be able? How are you feeling gratitude for growth opportunities?
I think that for me, Eric, I have over some time now seen the true value in the challenges for me for two reasons primarily. One is when I've experienced a professional or a personal challenge and I've made it to the other side, I know that was the journey. That was the purpose, to make it through there. And so I express high gratitude for the thank you, I've made it through. And now the growth is when I am moving into a challenge, that challenging event surfaces. I know I will make it through. I don't know how. I don't know what I will look like or what the situation will look like after I make it through. But I have complete faith that this too shall pass. I know it through the experiences of challenges that have helped me grow in my faith in it. Because earlier, when I had lower faith, potentially limited experiences, maybe even a lack of knowing for self, I would get into the challenge and have to face the challenge head on because this is the challenge. And God said, no, this is not the challenge. This is a
challenge.
challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just deal with stuff. Again, I share some things personally in my home, just deal with different. At work, doors are shut on me every single day.
Right.
Literally every day. Right. No, man.
You just keep getting up.
Yeah. And this is why, Eric, that my demeanor is the way it is.
Right. Do you see that? Now, see, you didn't see that look. I don't know if you got it as fully. We got HD, but when I looked at Tommie, when he was saying that, everything inside of him stood up cheering, saying, and that's who he is. Yeah. I mean, there's a confidence in that, not an arrogance.
Yeah.
But there's a confidence when you know you're backed. You're backed by Almighty God.
I'm telling you, Eric, when you and I and others, our community members, when you look at someone and really see them, if you are of some discernment and or wisdom, you can see what people have been through.
That's good.
Not judging them,
right?
But you can see it.
Got some battle scars there.
Yeah, you've been through some stuff. And so some folks may not have learned from some of that stuff they've been through, and you can see it like, oh, you haven't learned the lesson.
No, you're gonna keep going.
And then others, you look at them, right? So, yeah, if you look at me, not physically, I've been through some stuff, and I don't need to jump up to cheer. And the Bible says about going to the corner with the trumpet. You don't need to do that. Just I've been through it, and you have too, Eric, and we will go through more
again, and it's okay.
Yep,
because I'm built for that. Let's bring up the slides. I cannot believe, Tommie, we are flying through this thing. Let's go to the next one. Liddy, we are gonna get through all our slides today too. Work has purpose. Being able to impact others through your gifts is something not everyone gets to do. And I'm so grateful that while many people in my peer group are winding it down, Tommie, I'm ramping up. And I'm ramping up with a new energy because I see the landscape has gone crazy. And now I know that my work is my purpose, that I was born. God created me to reconcile people. And so just like that little poem that says that little boy was on the seashore and he was trying to throw back starfish back into the ocean. And they said, well, you can't get all the starfish. He said, well, it meant something to that one. You know, that's how I feel, that my work has purpose and it has an impact on every individual that I encounter. And what I'm trying to do is constantly refine my purpose so that I'm ready to deeply embrace what God has created me to do. And that's why some of these crazy things that are happening are testing and sharpening the future me. So that's why I look at those as that I got to keep getting better for the storms that are occurring. And I believe that in faith and belief in God, that he can use me as a vessel through my work to sort of deliver something that's worthwhile to society.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic, Eric, because I'm listening to you. I'm connecting your words in the spirit to the world. And some of us are worldly. We care about the world. Some of us are more spiritual. We care about the spiritual side of humanity. Some of us are more selfish. We care about what's happening in our individual lives and what we can control. I think it's all the above.
Right.
I think it's all the above. So being able to impact others through our gifts, I would ask that we continue to reflect and be reminded of what our gifts are, to lean into those gifts. Right. However, small or large they might be to us.
Yep.
So we have to get to a point of how might we be of significance to the world? Right. We may not solve everything.
That's right.
There are some people in need that you may possibly could use our gift, but they don't want it.
That's right.
So what we may not want to do is force our gift on people.
Right.
Right. But just really understand that. We have a question here of what are your gifts? That's what we're asking our community. And chime in, community. What are your gifts? Let us know in the comments. We'll read them out as we continue to have this conversation. We want to know what your gifts are, because I'll speak for myself. I need answers in life. And if there are people out there that I have a gift, a talent, nothing that I may have learned. It's just very natural to me.
Right.
I want to say, hey,
show me that.
I need it.
Right.
I need it. Some people, I have one person in my life that has the gift of listening. Literally.
Right.
I mean, phenomenal listener.
Right.
They don't say much.
Right.
They don't jump in. They don't have questions. They don't double down. None of that. They just listen. And sometimes I just need to talk.
Right.
And oh, it's out.
Right.
And off I go solve it.
Right.
And then some folks need to talk and remind. No. I just need a listening ear.
Right. One of our communities said teaching and holding space for others.
Yes.
Beautiful gift.
That's it. Teaching and holding space. Keep sharing what your gifts are.
Right. Let's go back to our slides. And we're going to go just a little bit over. This is Thanksgiving week. We want to make sure that you all get these things. And we may or may not be here next week. So we want to say happy Thanksgiving to you all and try to download a few of these points and principles as we look at our commercial for Diversity Conversations. We are looking for you to partner with us through your giving. It will help us deepen listener engagement and community growth. We want to grow our community to 250,000 active subscribers and create meaningful interaction among listeners, guests, and hosts. If we are tired of somebody that has no value system that's similar than the one that we want to see in the world, then we've got to invest in the things that we believe are good ground. Tommie and I have been working hard for the last 7 years to try to be good ground, and we've been that for each other. I mean, after the show is on, this ain't just a show for us. This is life. After we turn off the cameras and Lydia goes back home into Mexico, and every one of you, waits till the next week, Tommie and I are still engaged with the things that have come out of the show. Sometimes things come out of the show that we didn't design or prepare to be in the show.
Absolutely.
It's almost like the Spirit of God just enters and challenges us. Sometimes that's laughter, sometimes that's tears. And what we're saying to you is that we can only go as far as you believe we can go. And people are spending money on fast food every day. We're throwing away money slipping out of my pockets. I mean, I got dollars now in my little armrest there. I mean, they just stuff little dollars in there like they don't even matter. Send some of those to Diversity Conversations through this QR code. All you have to do is put your phone up. It's going to come up and give you an opportunity. And if you know somebody else that you know has the means to help us in significant ways, we want to rival ABC, NBC, Oprah Winfrey's network. We want to be doing things like that. And we're living in a day and time that anything is possible. We're extending our faith toward that. And our faith is coming into your hearing right now.
Yeah, our subscription is absolutely free.
Right.
So let's be clear about that. To like and subscribe is free. But with that subscription, it expands our breadth and depth throughout the globe. And then we say, okay, there might be some guests, celebrity and or otherwise, that we would like to invite to the show. And these globally or nationally recognized individuals, they may need a little stipend. And so part of your contribution is to get that person on Diversity Conversations. So thank you again for whatever and whenever you might be able to contribute.
Let's go to our next slide. And so moments of peace. Tommie, I know you can relate with this. I love this picture. It reminded me of you when you're DJing, except you don't have a gray beard. Oh, you do?
I do. Yeah.
In a noisy world, any moment of peace, clarity, or joy, whether on a balcony, in a conversation, or in prayer, is priceless. And so I know that as an extrovert, I'm an extrovert. I value my moments of being an introvert or being by myself. The older I've gotten, I actually don't like sometimes being in noisy places with a lot of people. And I am grateful to get back home, to get in my bedroom, to shut the door, and sometimes to turn on the ball games and sports. But sometimes just music and quietness, Tommie. I know you value moments of peace.
I sure do, Eric. I've developed the skill in myself that I can find a moment of peace amongst chaos or within it. I can. I can be in a crowd and just mentally disconnect and remove myself. I've been at concerts before. I've been in meetings, right? There's a lot of chaos, a lot of noise, a lot of what I think is my point is negative energy in conversation. Eric, I have found myself developing and strengthening the skill that I need to be in peace. There's certain mental and physical things that I do. So I'm not just talking about it. There's certain things I have to do, right? With kind of level setting, things like that. I place my both feet solid on the earth, right? I take Tai Chi Qigong, so I know that physically. I've taken Tai Chi since 1990.
Okay.
Right? These things. A lot of this, Eric, for me, and I speak for myself as you do, you in community, obviously speak for yourself, is, again, when I had my heart attack at 24 years of age, I changed a lot of things in what my physician told me, et cetera. I just did.
Right.
A lot of the things that happen biologically in our bodies is both hereditary, we inherit it,
right,
and it's because of our own doing.
Right.
It's what we put into our body, not just physically, but energy. I had my heart attack not because of what I was putting in my body physically.
Right.
It was mentally. The stress, anxiety increased the cholesterol, which stopped my heart.
Right.
And then later I'll just continue to have high cholesterol. All those things, I said, whoa.
Right.
I need to find my peace.
Right.
So when the
tornado, and that's why you guarded so strongly against all this foolishness.
Yeah.
I get it.
I am not doing it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right. I love that. Let's bring them up back again. I can be here and there when it comes to my peace of mind. Know your worth. It's worth it. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next slide.
Resilience.
Oh, there it is. Resilience. Tommie?
This is the ability. Resilience is the ability to what? Bounce forward, right? So we can't always stay in the past. We fall down.
Right.
We can't stay in the mindset of, why did I fall down? I've fallen down before and this feels like the same. Because it's the same, I'll make the same mistake. That's not what resilience is.
No.
It's not replaying the past traumas to be re-traumatized. It's not looking at the current event and associating it with another similar negative event.
Right.
That's called negative self-talk. That's called re-traumatization, all that good stuff. And we'll have some experts as our guests to really speak to this.
Right.
What it's speaking about is life hits everyone, Eric.
Right.
It says being able to heal, adapt, forgive, get back up, and keep walking forward. I was having a conversation with one of my executive coachees yesterday. And I introduced to him something that has been around for a long time. We use it, but it was very new to him. As he was talking to me, we had about a 90-minute conversation. About 30 minutes into him talking only, he was talking about, basically giving feedback and receiving feedback. And he was talking about the pain and struggle and challenges as he was trying to address the feedback. And I said, we don't do feedback anymore.
Right.
He said, what? I said, no, we don't do feedback. In performance evaluations, we don't give feedback. When we're talking with people, we don't give them feedback. What do? It's all feed forward. What is that? What's the difference? So feedback is when you look back at past discretions, things that were done positive, things that were done negatively, and you recant that. Oftentimes you recant what was done 12 months ago, 9 months ago, 6 months. It's already done.
Right. It's in the record book.
Feed forward is as we look at what are our expectations going forward. Here's my expectation for myself. Here's my expectation of you. Here's my expectation of the organization. So whatever you've done in your past, good, bad, or ugly, leave the bad behind, double down on the good such that we meet, if not exceed, what we expect going forward.
Good word.
I expect to love you.
That's right.
I expect that. We're not doing feedback anymore. That creates a negative schema. We have to, Eric, stop focusing on the negative. If you think that you can make it out of negativity with an answer for the future, when you focus on negativity, it will result in negativity. It will. It will. We have to get out of it.
Right.
So when you say,
word there,
I just be positive.
Right.
Now it's not just be positive.
Right.
It is the mindset.
Right. To get you there.
To get there. Right. And if you think, again, as a sports analogy, it is physics. Thank you. It is physics. From a sports analogy, winners do not think about how do they not lose.
Right.
That's negative thinking.
No.
Winners think about what do I need to do? What do we need to do to win?
Right.
When a winner loses, they look at tape and say, okay, on the football field, I fumbled, right? The coaches don't say, Lewis, let's talk about the fumble and let's dissect the fumble for the next 3 hours.
No. Right.
We don't ever say that, Eric.
Right.
Let's dissect the fumble for 3 hours. Okay, what happened here? Okay, that was the fumble. Okay, what happened here? That was the fumble. Enough is enough.
Right.
We get it. So now what we do feed forward is going forward, hold the ball more securely.
Right.
The outcome will be
gives people specific, useful information.
Going forward, spend less. Going forward, give grace. Going forward, don't take it so seriously. Right?
That's good.
And that will create the positive mindset to control your mind, which controls your speech and controls your behavior. That's what we do going forward.
That's good. Let's bring the slides back up. I think I'm going to give the mic back to Tommie again. Let's go to the next one, Tommie.
Again, once again, just to invite you, wherever you feel comfortable, make your contribution. We have a goal that we want to achieve. We do want to strengthen our financial sustainability. We want to stay on the air. We'll leave it at there. That's a 5-10 second commercial. Let's keep going with the show.
Go to the next one, which I think is our last. And so we're going to close on this, that the power of embracing gratitude is that it can help us sort of think about hope and the future. No matter what happens, look ahead believing that better is still coming. And that's how I get up every day. I thank God for that because, Tommie, everybody doesn't feel that way. It starts over here with hope. And then as hope crashes into the rest of our lives, positive outcomes can come on the other side. And so that's the message that Tommie Lewis and Eric Ellis want to leave with you today, is that we want to leave you with embracing hope and a future and being grateful for the opportunity to allow hope to consume your thinking, not negativity, not discouragement, not negative information, but gratitude will will lower your blood pressure. Gratitude will raise your joy. Gratitude will heal your heart.
Yes.
And so we are saying today that as you prepare for Thanksgiving, know that it goes beyond the turkey, the dressing, the cranberry sauce, the mac and cheese, all that stuff can actually kill you if you eat it too often. You'll be all right this Thursday, but we want you to take something even deeper, and that's a real gratitude for the things that God has given you and the opportunities that lie before you. Tommie, why don't you go ahead and prepare to close us out?
Yes, indeed. Want to just reiterate the gratitude. Eric and I are very much appreciative and gracious of you showing up every Saturday.
Woo!
We are.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, we want you to continue to show up.
Absolutely.
Next Saturday, we may have a pre-recorded session.
Right.
We may go with a rerun just to remind us and double down on a particular message. But we may have some travel involved, Eric and I. And so in any case, don't fret.
Right.
Join us next week on another episode of Diversity Conversations. Take care and blessings to all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you.